Hey folks, here Mox Gaming. In today's video I have prepared the list of best upcoming Gacha July 2023 and additional. I'll also be sharing some Gacha games that are scheduled for release in 2023 and don't have a specified release date yet. Let's dive into my recommendations for the best upcoming Gacha games for July 2023. Snowbreak Containment Zone is set to release on July 20th after the conclusion of the second CBT, during which all account data will be deleted. I was fortunate to be part of this CBT. Let's talk about the gameplay mechanics in a simple way. The current demo version of the game primarily focuses on combat, which can get a bit repetitive and dull on the positive side. The character animations and actions like dodging bullets are quite detailed and well executed. When fighting bosses, the game provides close-up shots that make the battles more exciting, especially in the first-person perspective. Additionally, I really liked the art style of both the characters and enemies. However, there are some drawbacks to consider. The controls and responsiveness could be improved, as the virtual joystick feels a bit stiff and requires more effort to maneuver. There are occasional lags in character movement, and I find it difficult to reach the sprint button located at the top of the joystick. The user interface on the right side can be overwhelming, especially when switching between the shooting and dodge buttons, as they are not intuitively placed. Furthermore, the impact and satisfaction of combat are lacking. The visual effects when enemies take damage are not very pronounced, possibly due to the specific abilities of the characters being used. The ultimate abilities also feel underwhelming and don't live up to my expectations of being more visually stunning. In terms of audio, the music and sound effects are average. I hope that when the game is officially released, it will introduce more gameplay mechanics, engaging activities, and a more player-friendly gacha system with better odds. Tower of God New World is set to have an early release in the Indonesian region on July 31st. We hope the Tower of God series continues to thrive as the second installment in the Tower of God series. What sets New World apart? This new iteration of the popular franchise transforms Tower of God into a collectible card game. Fans can expect to encounter characters such as Bam, Kun, and Rak, along with other supporting characters from the webtoon. The game features simple and in-depth strategic battles infused with a unique story developed in partnership with the original author. It will feature multiple game modes, including adventure mode and story mode, which allows players to follow the story of Bam as he progresses through the tower. There will be over 100 characters for players to collect in different rarities. When the game launches, pre-registrants will receive an SSR version of 25th BAM and other rewards. Exciting news! Netmarble, the well-known developer and publisher of top-notch mobile games, has announced the debut date for the new 2D animation MMORTS game, Grand Cross Age of Titans. Early access launches on June 30th, 2023, with the global release following on August 1st, 2023, developed by Netmarble FNC, the creators of 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Get ready for an epic gaming experience. Large-scale, immersive siege conflicts on land and in the air are included in this 2D animated MMORTS game. Single-player stages, world and capturing, castle war, server versus server war, story chapters, and territory expansion and territory customization are just a few of the game types that will be accessible to all players. Through Castle War, players can engage in intense siege combat with MMORPG dynamics against opposing alliances. Ubisoft's highly anticipated open-world mobile RPG in the Assassin's Creed franchise, Assassin's Creed Codename Jade, has now opened closed beta registrations for both Android and iOS, not to be confused with the pre-registrations before launch. The game is expected to follow up with a few more tests before availability on a global scale. A trailer was also unveiled at the Ubisoft Forward 2023 event. Capcom announced an offline version of Mega Man X Dive during the June 2023 showcase. It will be released on PC, Android, and iOS later this year. Players can dive into the exhilarating world of Mega Man without an internet connection, while the game retains its beloved gameplay mechanics. One of the standout aspects of the game is its faithful recreation of the nostalgic pixel art style that fans have come to love. The graphics are vibrant, detailed, and reminiscent of the classic Mega Man games. Fans look forward to experiencing the same gameplay in the offline version of the game as they did online, and this is surprising to see this coming after Capcom announced the shutdown of the Taiwan server. Ubisoft has announced their upcoming third-person shooter title, The Division Resurgence, is all set to release globally in fall 2023. Ubisoft Forward, the company's summer showcase of games, has unveiled that the regional beta for the game, which was announced a couple of months back, is set to begin June 12th. If you have pre-registered to play the game and are located in Australia, Chile, Denmark, Finland, the Netherlands, Norway, Spain, or Sweden, you may be able to participate in the regional beta. Arena Breakout, a demanding mobile first-person shooter, is now accepting pre-registrations on the App Store and Google Play globally. According to global game developer Morfun Studios, a division of Tencent Games, Arena Breakout will release for the global audience in July. Aster Tatariqus, a brand new tactical role-playing game from Gumi Inc., has been announced to release globally in 2023 for iOS and Android devices. Gumi Inc. has launched the game's official website and social media profiles to kick off the pre-launch. For a mobile game, Aster Tatariqus provides a story of almost incredible volume and scope. Battlefield strategy will be completely at the discretion of the players, including character and weapon choice, statistical personalization, movement, and combat. Players can thoroughly engross themselves in the game's complex storyline away from the fighting, similar to the Fire Emblem on the 3DS, where the overworld sprites on the field are in the form of 2D pixels but will transform into 3D when waging battle. The gameplay part will have a combination of 3D and 2D graphics. In addition, there will be a variety of non-battle activities available for players, including exploring the academy, going to classes, and even studying in the library. All in 3D. King Arthur Legends Rise, developed by Codename Entertainment, is a new squad-based RPG now available for pre-registration on their respective devices for Android and iOS. There is no release date announced, but it is expected to be released in 2023. The game will revolve around the storyline of King Arthur and his legendary sword Excalibur. Players will take on enemies and new adventures in a bid to find the legendary sword and save humankind from total annihilation. There will be other allies in place to help and assist King Arthur in this quest. The game will offer a turn-based gameplay mechanism that will allow players to strategize their efforts in a bid to deliver the most damage. Grifford Academy by Landshark Games is a new turn-based role RPG that has been announced for both Android and iOS. It will be available for players to download for their mobile devices via the respective application stores on an unspecified future date. Grifford Academy is a narrative-driven turn-based RPG with a strong story mode. Players will have multiple decision-making opportunities throughout the story, shaping its direction and maximizing character development. The game emphasizes character growth as players embark on their journey. In battles, players can strategically plan their attacks to exploit enemy weaknesses. A variety of weapons are available to enhance gameplay. Victory in tough battles requires careful item and weapon selection, skill improvement, and leveling up characters' combat effectiveness. Dragon Nest 2 Evolution, a new fantasy MMORPG open-world game developed by Xingqiu Game and published by Tencent's Level Infinite, is now open for pre-registration for Android devices. The game takes place in the continent of Altia, where the player is tasked to save the collapsing world. From the first glimpse of the game, it promises an exciting multiplayer experience. With 4 distinct character classes and 32 choices, players have plenty of options to craft a unique character that suits their playstyle. In multiplayer mode, players can embark on epic adventures and face challenging boss battles alongside guildmates. The game also features a trading system for freely exchanging resources and equipment. According to the iOS App Store listing, the highly anticipated Devil May Cry Peak of Combat is expected to release globally on the 2nd of December this year. This, however, doesn't have any kind of official confirmation from the developers, but if true, the fans might have to wait for 6 more months. Developed by the Chinese company Nebulajoy alongside Capcom, Devil May Cry Peak of Combat aims to take the action RPG genre to the whole next level. It inherits the elements from the Devil May Cry series, such as combat, design, and also characters. The game had 2 closed beta tests in March and May. The iOS store listing revealed the release date, but it could still change. This happened before with Honkai Star Rail, which had an accurate release date according to the App Store listing. Publisher Universe and developer Patty Games have announced Project Me, a new game concept set in the My Time universe currently in development. A full list of platforms was not announced, but Android closed alpha playtest signups are available now via the official website until June 20th. Project Me features an open-world setting with a cozy vibe, a larger map promising an expansive oasis landscape for exploration. As the governor of a new settlement, players will run a town as well as their home, along with much more freedom to customize the home and manage the town at scale. Cooperative features are planned for this new title, focusing on forming positive social experiences, as players can visit other settlements to help others build their towns in cooperative gameplay. That wraps up today's video with all the latest updates. Are you excited about the upcoming games in July? Let me know in the comments section below which game you're most looking forward to. Also, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and follow. That's all for today, folks. Until the next video, see you later.